When Elon Musk appears on a podcast, it is never casual talk. Every comment, every shift in emphasis reveals how a man who reshapes industries actually thinks about the future, risk, and his own role in the world. In his recent interview with Katie Miller, widely shared online as a podcast episode, Musk spoke for over an hour on topics ranging from government and AI to personal safety and spirituality. This was not a promotional talk, it was a rare window into his mindset. Body reflecting on government work and the Doge project. One of the first revelations Musk shared was about his controversial time heading the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. He described the initiative as only somewhat successful, acknowledging that it fell short of his lofty goals for cutting waste and inefficiency in federal spending. When asked if he would ever take on such a role again, Musk was frank. He said no, explaining that in hindsight, he would have spent that time focusing on his companies instead, notably Tesla, which faced public backlash during that period. This was one of the clearest admissions in the interview. Even a figure with enormous influence can rethink past priorities when faced with real-world consequences. Views on politics and public figures. During the KMP interview, Elon Musk offered a perspective on politics that many listeners found unexpected. He described former President Trump as naturally funny, sharing a lighthearted anecdote that revealed a side of political figures rarely discussed in mainstream media. However, Musk's commentary went beyond humor. He spoke candidly about immigration policy, election systems, and broader societal trends, noting how policy decisions can shape innovation, economic opportunity, and social cohesion. For someone widely known as a technology-focused entrepreneur, these reflections highlighted his awareness of the interconnectedness of politics and societal outcomes. He emphasized that governance, public policy, and leadership directly influence the environment in which businesses, technology, and even culture operate, a perspective often overlooked in his public persona. Personal safety. After a violent world event and save, of the more somber revelations came when Musk addressed personal security. In the wake of the assassination of commentator Charlie Kirk, Musk shared that he now avoids public events more than before because the risks have become too serious. This was not casual commentary. He emphasized that high-profile violence has changed how he thinks about visibility and personal safety. This insight reveals the personal cost of fame and influence, a cost rarely discussed openly by tech leaders. Views on AI, society, and work. In the recent Katie Miller interview and related public discussion, Elon Musk did more than talk about new technology. He outlined a radically different future for human society shaped by artificial intelligence and robotics. He has repeatedly suggested that within the next decade or two, advances in AI and autonomous machines could make traditional work largely optional rather than mandatory for survival. This is not framed as a futuristic fantasy, but as a plausible outcome of current trends in automation and machine intelligence. Musk's view is this: as AI systems and robots become capable of performing more tasks, from manufacturing to services to physical labor, the necessity of human labor for economic production could dramatically decline. If robots can produce goods and services at near zero marginal cost, the traditional link between labor and income could break, and work would become something people choose to do as a hobby, not something they must do to live. He has described this possibility in cracked terms. People might still choose to work or engage in projects they enjoy, just as someone might grow their own vegetables instead of buying them, but the economic pressure to work for survival may disappear. Musk even suggested that in this future, money could lose its relevance as a database for labor allocation because abundant AI-generated resources would fulfill human needs directly. This perspective reflects a broader philosophical shift in Musk's thinking. He does not see technology as merely a set of tools to optimize productivity, but as a force that can reframe societal structure itself. If work becomes optional and basic material needs are met through automation, human purpose may shift toward creativity, exploration, and self-directed endeavors. Importantly, Musk emphasizes that this is not a guaranteed outcome, but a structural shift tied to the pace and direction of AI development. He frames it as a trajectory he believes is likely given the current speed of progress. progress, not as a simplistic promise of a utopian future. One of the most talked about moments in the interview came when the conversation shifted to Musk's personal beliefs about existence and the origin of the universe. When asked whom he admires most, Musk responded simply, "The Creator," and when pressed further about whether he believes in God, he said, "God is the Creator, and this universe came from something," adding that people use different words or labels for it. He questioned biblical stories using literal scientific reasoning. In the podcast, however, he did not simply repeat old skepticism. Instead, he acknowledged a creative source behind the universe. He avoided doctrinal labels or allegiance to any single religious tradition, framing his view as one of acknowledging an origin point for existence rather than endorsing a specific theology. Musk also emphasized that his answer was about understanding existence. This reflects a shift from pure scientific materialism toward a more open inquiry at the edges of meaning, where physics, philosophy, and human intuition intersect. His choice to speak in terms of origins, cause, and creativity, rather than dismiss belief outright, suggests a maturation in how he engages with questions of purpose and existence, a perspective rooted in curiosity and humility rather than certainty. Lighthearted and personal moments. Beyond the serious topics, the interview included moments of levity and personal detail. Musk explained why he rarely stops for selfies. It is not lack of willingness, but a necessity due to heightened security concerns. He discussed daily habit, humor, and how he manages life outside of his companies. He revealed new personal touches, like family details that hadn't been widely known before. These human moments gave the interview texture, not just headlines. This interview with Katie Miller wasn't a bombshell of scandals. It was a collection of insights, quiet, revealing, and widely relevant. Musk talked about governance and policy with humility, technology with gravity, culture with controversy, and personal life with uncommon candor. If you want more deep breakdowns of conversations that actually shape our future, not just the headlines, then subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this with someone who values insight over noise. Understanding how influential thinkers view the world helps us understand the world itself, not just what's happening, but why.